What's up, music fans of the internet? I'm Kevin,
I'm Derek.
and welcome to another edition of last week's album. Before we go any further, we will do like we always do and start by drinking a beer. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
That's our first cheers in person.
That's right. That's right.
Which is because we are at South by Southwest reporting live, and we're going to be talking about day 3. Today is Saturday, but yesterday was Friday, and we went to see a bunch of awesome shows last night. So we're going to tell you what we saw, what we liked, what we didn't like, and how many food trucks we ate out of.
That's right. That's right. Well, let's start right at the top of it with first we saw Sons of Fathers at Gatsby's. I really dug it, man. I thought my notes here on my cell phone, because that's how high tech we are here at last week's album. We take notes on cell phones. I said everything you want out of Texas country rock band. They looked like they had a lot of fun. There was 2 guitar players, stand-up bass, drummer, acoustic guitar player, layered vocals. I really dug the show overall. A lot of fun. Great way to kick it off.
Yeah, just some good Texas country, southern rock. And, you know, they're able to hold their own and really sort of jam on their songs, and even between them, not your typical country band. So, yeah, just a really good show. Plus, the men's bathroom were literally right next to the stage, which made it super convenient for us to go to the restroom and still hear the band and come right back out, and your spot's still there. So that was cool.
Yeah, I also thought they had good, between song banter at one point. I heard someone next to me yell at them, "Tell another quickie joke," and I was like, wow, the fact that y'all are making quickie jokes that were good enough to have audience members requesting more, that's pretty good. And my other final note was, as far as hats go, 2 Tom Landrys, a fedora, and 2 non. So there's that. So Kevin, what did we see after Sons of Fathers?
After Sons of Fathers, we tried to go see London Grammar. I had waited in line the night before, Thursday night, to see them. The line was way too long. I said, screw it. Went to see Future Islands instead. Not too different of a story last night. We waited 30 minutes for them to go on at Stubbs, and they were going on, and we said, you know what, we really want to see the next show, which was Deap Vally. We don't want to miss them. Sorry, we waited 30 minutes. Most things at South by tend to start really well and on time, at least so far, Wednesday and Thursday. So the fact that that show didn't start on time was weird, and we said, screw it. We're going to go see something else. Sorry, London Grammar. Hopefully we'll catch you tonight, maybe. I think you're playing again. But we went to see Deap Vally.
Deap Vally. Yeah, that was at the old school at Trinity Hall.
Yeah.
Kind of upstairs, very intimate venue, I thought. It was so intimate. The lead singer actually kind of touched my elbow and said, "Excuse me." I was like, "You can excuse me all night long," before they played. And it was a really cool show. I thought very intimate. And then there was also a surprise secret performance, or what you will, beforehand. You want to go into details?
Yeah, which is one of the fun things that happens at South by. These random surprise shows happen, and out of nowhere, we're waiting for Deap Vally to set up, and Far East Movement jumps on stage and just ripped through 2 quick songs out of nowhere, complete surprise. I'm not too familiar with their music, but they put on a really good 2-song set. Lots of energy and lots of fun rap to just change things up right before we went into some rock. So that was cool.
Oh, and even in between there, Kevin, what did Deap Vally use as kind of that was playing in the background while they were setting up?
They played Requiem for a Dream, the theme from that movie, and they played it, I think, intentionally too long. It had this really sort of creepy vibe that made everyone just like, just play already. And then they did, and they killed it. So really good show from Deap Vally. Those chicks can rock.
Goddamn straight, and I'm really glad they gave up knitting to make rock and roll, because they're really good at that.
Yeah.
All right, so then after that, Deap Vally, then we saw those Darlins.
Yeah, those Darlins killed it. Just played their hearts out, and it was another small sort of intimate show. I'm blanking on the venue right now. But this show, at the end of it, I turned to Derek and I said, welcome to South by. This is the first show where a band just played their friggin' hearts out, and it was awesome. They just shredded it.
Yeah, I really liked it. At the end, you know, there were, I can't even remember the song title, but, you know, everyone was singing along to it. Just a high energy. Really enjoyed that show. Really glad we caught them. Yeah, those Darlins always kicking ass. So, and then after that, we went and saw Young Fathers.
Young Fathers, not to be confused with Sons of Fathers. Maybe at the complete opposite end of the spectrum in terms of music. Young Fathers do this sort of indie rap, spooky rock kind of thing. There's 3 MCs basically. They all sing and rap, which is cool. And then behind them was one drummer, and I think he was just on like a giant set of toms.
I think so. And he looked like Pee Wee Herman. So
he did have a striking resemblance to Pee Wee Herman.
That was kind of weird, but dude just rocked it on the drums, and yeah, their sound is I haven't really heard anything like their sound before. And lyrically, I wasn't following everything, but it was definitely a heavy subject matter, and they're actually based out of Ireland, Scotland. Okay. And so obviously they're not in America or Austin too often. So that was a great show to see, high energy. But I thought between songs it was like a passive-aggressively standoffish.
Yeah, they would sort of finish a song and then just stare at you, like
really intensely.
Which I was fine with. I was rocking out the whole time. Those dudes are just bout it, and they got down. And I don't think the audience was ready for it. I don't know if people had heard their music before or what. I was going nuts. The dudes on stage were going nuts, and it was a great, great show that, to Derek's point, we're not going to get to see very often here in Austin. So totally took advantage of that. Thanks, South by.
Yeah, check out their album. I mean, you got to check out Young Fathers. Fantastic. High energy, really kind of looking forward to see what they do next. I mean, they're just sounded so fresh. It'll be interesting to see where they go from here. Kevin, you did mention that one point about learning grammar. You tried to see them twice now, but long lines. And then, as you mentioned, we were there for like 30 minutes, heard a hella long sound check, but no band. And so this actually kind of got us talking about, here at South by, unlike most concert settings where a band is an audience is there to see a band specifically. This is like the complete opposite, where a band, bands really need to kind of make, this is their one chance to make a name for themselves and take advantage of this opportunity. And it's really unfortunate when they aren't able to do that, and due to timing or what have you, especially last night I thought a lot of things kind of ran late.
Yeah, and that might have just been Friday night. Wednesday and Thursday, everything's run exactly on time. Band starts on time, ends on time, and if they don't start on time, they lose time in their set. So yeah, it's unfortunate when that happens, but that's kind of what makes South by fun too. Is
absolutely
you're running around and you have a schedule, but you just got to go with the flow because things change, and you'll hear about something else, or you'll hear about free beer. Maybe at the Chive party, like we heard about yesterday.
Maybe at the Comedy Central party.
Maybe at the Comedy Central party, where we ran into Doug Benson, which was cool. So yeah, that's sort of the fun and the unpredictability of South by. So, but yeah, that's it for now, guys. I think so far we've seen at least 20 different bands play. We've eaten every meal out of a food truck. We've met 2 celebrities, if we count Derek's elbow rubbing. And yeah, we will be back tomorrow with a review from tonight's shows, Saturday night. I have a list somewhere, too many bands to count, but look forward to bringing that back to you guys tomorrow.
And if you happen to be in Austin this Saturday, you might catch Kevin and I huffing it between shows.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be, y'all be doing the same, and we'll be checking in with y'all later, talking about Saturday at South by.
Yeah, guys. All right, thanks for tuning in. Last week's album, talking about good music. We'll see you guys tomorrow.